um, as we are moving into the next year and goal setting and thinking about what we want to accomplish for the next year, all of my topics will typically be around things to help with mindset. I say that. I always tell you guys about the GoPro program I paid to be part of. And the first thing they started with, before any training of social media, before talking about, we haven't even done leadership and duplication. The first one was transformation of your mind. And so regardless of how much good information you get, if in your mind you have limited beliefs or you're insecure and things like that, you won't implement the things that you're learning. And I can say that with 100% because I am one of those people who, and Chrissy, I don't know how many of you all saw her Tuesday tea, but it was really on point. Some people say Angel's so humble, but Angel lacks confidence. I'm really, I guess I could say insecure. I don't want to be wrong. I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. I was. I'm struggling with that. So I'll shrink back because I don't want to make a mistake. And thank goodness going through GoPro has really helped me change that. Like literally, I've learned to be quiet sometimes. Like sometimes somebody's wrong and I have to be the one to correct them. I'm learning to not do that. I'm learning not to shrink and be small. I'm learning to be this person that God designed me to be. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. That's the most empowering thing ever. It is okay to be wrong. So, but if you don't have that change of mindset, and it doesn't happen overnight, like you got to keep talking about it, reading about it, having conversations about it. It doesn't just change overnight. And so, I looked up what is a winner. And it's so funny what the dictionary has. This one particular definition says a person or thing that wins something. That doesn't necessarily mean money. It doesn't necessarily mean a prize. Something, it says, is a person who wins something. And I believe that all of you who are on here and who will watch it later are winners. I believe my team, who I personally sponsor, are winners. I believe the people I personally mentor are winners. Even if you haven't accomplished it yet, it starts in your mind. I am a winner. So regardless of what you see or what happens, you make a decision to be a winner because you know what you want to accomplish. All right. So there's this quote from Vince Lombardi, and he says, winners never quit and quitters never win. I know people who are truly just quitters. I don't care what is going on. If you compliment them, they're going to say something negative. People who quit are very pessimistic. They're very pessimistic. And people who are winners are optimistic. Put a 1 in the comment if you're optimistic, and put a 2 in the comment if you are if you're pessimistic. That means you kind of, that saying, see the glass half empty, half full. I always see it half full. I used to see it half empty because I always felt like I can deal with the bad stuff. I mean, the good stuff. I always say I can see it, but if something bad happened, I want to prepare my mind for it. But what I didn't realize is I was calling it. You're calling it to yourself when you're like always focusing on the negative. So I've learned to be optimistic. And I see one, Nicole put 1. The rest of y'all thinking about it? Like, what are you? Are you pessimistic or are you optimistic? If you're a little bit of both, you can put 1/2 if you're not sure. You can put 1/2. But this topic, that winners never quit, really touched me because in our business, I've dealt with winners who are quitters. They are like they have the gift. And I don't even know if it's a gift. They really believe in themselves, but they didn't believe in the system. They didn't believe in the process. Okay? They didn't. Right. Thank you for your transparency, Tawai and Kimberly. They literally, thank you, Charlene. Like, right. They're people who are winners, but they didn't see the bigger picture. They didn't even see how good that they could work the business. They were making great money. I had one consultant. Oh my goodness, she was amazing. She was paying her mortgage, and one day she just quit. She literally just quit on herself, on her team, for whatever her personal reasons were. I didn't go into it, but she was like, I'm done. And she quit. And when she quit, her entire team of 10 people quit. One by one, they just all stopped. So, yeah, quitters. don't win. And so whether that's her personality or whether that, whatever went on, right. But the effect of that affected way more lives, because we know we in the business to change lives as well as our own. As we approach the end, I talked about that. We have paparazzi has systems put in place for us to succeed, for us to win. And if you decide not to do those things, you've already decided to quit. We are in a network marketing business. And in our business, you have to talk. You have to talk. That is my biggest issue, offering the opportunities to people you would not believe. Because before this, I was one of those persons, why are you bothering me? Why are you talking to me? Like, I could be really rude. Why are you talking to me? No, I don't want to be. So because I was that person, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking people are thinking when I approach them with this business. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. My husband's like, you can be so rude. I'm not. I am very blunt and just to the point sometimes. I'm working on not to be that way. But right, it's a shutdown. There you go, Charlotte. It shuts me down. So if you don't know me, how dare you come ask me to buy something? Or you got to find a better entry point. But I have had people that come and talk to me who I don't know, but their approach was so different. So I was open to talk to them because of their approach. So maybe I'll put it that way. Your approach makes a big difference. I've had people friend me on Facebook. They're with Bitcoin. And just the whole, like, you gave me this whole paragraph of what you do. You didn't even say hi. And I just literally unfriend them. Unfriend them. I really want to teach them how to do that so that you don't get shut down like that, but I just unfriend them. But one of the quotes I saw is, what we think about is what we bring about. So if you think, I've heard people say this, I never win anything. I have bad luck. That's back to that I am. Remember that power of I am? It ties back to that. What you say, you'll bring. Anytime I do a raffle, I was like, I never win. And guess what? I never did. Every raffle, I'm like, I'll go ahead and do it, but I don't never win. Never gonna win. Okay. In my mind, I had already quit. I had quit on the possibility that I could win something for nothing. I didn't even. So what you think about is what you bring about. So if you like what I think about now, oh my God, I always say dream big. I see myself moving out of this house. I see probably leave it to my daughter. Me and my husband talked about it. She got a family. I think about traveling. I think about a team of so many women, and we're all successful, and we get to do things for other people. We get to do volunteer cruises, and the business is so successful that we can all do other things that we really love to do on top of this. Like, when I think of what's coming, I can't help but smile. I can't help but to smile. I'm not tired. I'm not, complaining anymore. And if I can't figure a way out, I'll look for a solution, but I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to gripe about it. I'm not going to talk about it in a negative way. So some things that winners do, I thought would be great to tell you guys. Winners do things that losers won't do. Okay, and I'm reading from my notes, so you'll see me look down every once in a while. Winners will do things that winners won't do. It says oftentimes people who get the most unthinkable lengths and results, they do things that the ordinary person won't do. And they will say, I'm not doing that. Remember, that goes back to being coachable, willing, and hungry. Okay, so if you're dealing with people who are not coachable and they're not hungry, they're not going to be willing to do those things that they need to do to be successful. And if you're on here and you want to build a team, those people will drain you. I'm telling you, they'll drain you. You love them from afar. Don't cut them off. Love them from afar, but understand they're not going to build you. They're not going to build their own dreams. They sure not going to build for the team or for you. They're not. They don't see it. So until they see the vision and they have a vision, then they are not going to work this business to their best of their ability. They're just going to kind of hang on and wait for you to call them and get them to do stuff. But I got one of my, I call her our baby consultant. She's on here now. I hope she doesn't take offense to it. I'm not going to call her out, but she's been in the business for a minute. And thanks to Hawaii, she literally, we had a talk and she was like, I'm ready. And I'm telling you, it wasn't even, what she said is how she said it. I know she ready. Her whole demeanor was different on our one-to-one call. And she was like, I know I got this. These are my numbers. I did this. She has changed her mindset. It was not anything. I wasn't going to say it, Charlene. It wasn't anything I've done. You know, she said, like, you told me, you've equipped me with everything. I know it's me. And, you know, you don't have to keep preaching. So I did. I backed off because you're an adult and she does know. And I'm like, you know, when you're ready, you'll let me know. And she did. It's a beautiful thing to see. Remember, it lines up with our mission. It says winners fail more often than losers. And why do you all think that is? Why would it be that winners fail more often than losers? See what y'all put for that answer. Getting out of my own way. Girl, you're going to make me jump up and shout. Yes, getting out of your own way. Hey, Christy Dean, getting out of your own way. What else? The second thing I said is, the first one is winners do things that losers won't do. Okay? Winners will do things that, like calling people out the blue, following scripts that are given to us. One of our consultants, she goes to a laundromat to wash her clothes and takes her jewelry purposely so she can talk to people at the laundromat. That's something everybody's not willing to do. And she is one of these people on our team who have a ton of consultants. We were like, what's she doing? What? How you getting all these people? Winners are willing to be uncomfortable. Losers will get comfortable. Okay? So winners fail more often because they are willing to take chances. I was reading a thing on Thomas Edison. Do you know he tried like 1,000 times before the light bulb actually worked? Can you imagine us talking to 1,000 people and they all saying no, and that one person says yes and builds a team that makes you become almost a millionaire because they grow a leg that's so unbelievable. But you got to go through a lot of no's. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going through enough no's. I'm working on that. But I'm not getting enough no's because I'm not asking enough. I share it. I talk about it on my live. But to call you and ask you, I'm working on it. You know, I'm still like 3 people every couple of days. So maybe 6 at the most a week. That's not good. That's not good. And I know I got to step that up. Because I'm offering people an opportunity. I'm changing their life. So when I change my mindset, like, this ain't about you, Angel. Stop thinking you need something from them. You're giving them something. You're giving them an opportunity to live a different life. And so I have to say that to myself all the time. I got to talk to y'all about it. I have to remember, what is it that we are doing? It's not, you want to join my team. No. I don't even say that anymore. I think I put it on my thing. I was like, you know, so people, it's really, do you want to hear about this opportunity I have? Do you want to hear about this opportunity that can change your life? Do you want to hear about this opportunity that can cause you to quit your second job? Do you want to hear about this opportunity that will allow you to retire before you're 50? Do you want to hear about this opportunity that can allow you to put your kids in private school if you're unable to? Do you want to hear about an opportunity to help you pay for your child's daycare? Do you want to hear about this opportunity that will pay your light bill, utility bill every month? Do you want to hear about an opportunity that can change your life? Do you want to hear about an opportunity that can put you in touch with a group of women who will support you, not hate on you, and love on you on your ups and downs? That's what we giving. That's what we giving. And if we start talking like that, I think people respond to us differently. But when you say you want to join my team, I don't know you. Think about it. I don't know you. I know what you post. I know what it says, but I don't know you. So being that winner, we got to put ourselves out there. I've made up my mind. I'm going to do this. My team is going to grow. I'm going to get a new recruit every month. That's not going to work for you. If your mind is, I'm going to get a new recruit. I'm going to get a new recruit. I'm going to get a new, nope. How many lives did I change this month? How many people chose to try something different? And they may not stay. They may don't like it, but at least you can say, I wasn't selfish and I offered it to everybody I knew. I'm offering it to everybody I know. So yes, winners are going to fail more often. But when you fail, what happens is you change your behavior, or you change, or you get better at it. So the more times you ask people and they say no, like, whew, got that one. They said no. Let me see if I can get 10 no's this week. Ask somebody else. Your conversation gets better and better and better. okay, as you're talking to them. So go ahead. No, 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 no. They're not saying no to you. They're just saying no to the opportunity. And we both know, like, dang, you out here working 3 jobs. Or you working and you so tired. You don't have no time with your family. Do you know if you sold 20 pieces of dress, $100? Do you know that? But people, I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be a salesperson. That was me. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't be bothering people about no jewelry. I don't want to be a salesperson. Oh, God. Nicole knows about what's happening. I had to move the fans to me. Hot flash. Hot flash. Hot flash. Give me a minute. Okay. Winners are more optimistic. We talked about that. Winners are more. I got 10 minutes. Oh my God, I'm not even halfway through. Winners are optimistic, while losers are pessimistic. We talked about that. Don't laugh at my hot flashes. Oh my God, you guys, I'm going through it. Winners know that know what they're trying to do, while losers just go with the flow. I'm going to just go with the flow. What's your goal? I don't know. I mean, what's the team doing? Have no plan. Remember, we are part of a group. We are part of the dream team by way of Cute to the Most, by Glam Jewelry. You know, we have a system, a downline. We have, so y'all stop laughing at me, a system. But paparazzi has a goal. Our team have goals. But you have to have a goal for yourself. You have to have a goal for yourself. You got to know where you're going with this. Because if you don't have a plan for you, what are you working towards? What are you working towards? Okay? Seriously. And I know this is not going to have to be. I'm going to have to go change my title for the next one. I think it said part 2. And then, because I didn't think I was going to get through all of this. But winners know what they're trying to do. That go with the flow is good when you're working in a job and you're the employee. But when you are working a job and you're the boss, you can't just go with the flow. You can align your flow to the, I did a thing, who did it? Was it Christy Dean? Somebody did one of those things. I think it was Christy Dean. I saw her. Somebody did, on Facebook, and you played a little game that tells you all about yourself. Oh my God, I'm going to get this put on my wall. It says you don't go with the flow, you are the flow. And I was like, woo, I am the flow. I don't go with the flow. And I was like, I love that, because I'm really not. I'm that person that looks outside like, we could do this better if we did this. This will help that group of people. They do. So it's going to say it right up here somewhere. I'm going to get my daughter to paint, because she painted that picture up there. That one right there. She's my artist. But I'm going to get her to do one that says, I am the flow. Create your own flow. You know what you want. We are not working for somebody else. I'm not your boss. Shonda not your boss. Christy not your boss. Christy Dean is not. Whoever's on here who has an upline, we all are part of a paparazzi. But we're not anybody's bosses. We're sponsors and mentors and coaches and leaders, but we are not anybody's boss. So when you stop operating as an employee, when you change that mindset, I'm not an employee for this person. What do I want? So Angel would like for us to do this, but within this goal for my team, this is what I want to do to be able to help our team get there. You still have to have your own specific goal, your own flow for how you want to operate your business. You know how much money you want to make. Some people really don't. They're just selling jewelry. They get their nails done, they get their hair done. I mean, and let me tell you, I'm not knocking that either, if that's your goal. If your goal is, I am going to sell this jewelry so that I can do the extra things for me, that's a focus-driven goal. You understand? There's nothing, I'm not knocking that. If that is your goal, then that's what you do. I know I sell 20 pieces, so I got $100 to get my nails in. We need to sell more than that, so you take your 45%, and that's what you use to get your nails and hair done. All right, so there's nothing wrong with that, long as it's a purpose. That's what you're doing. It says a general rule is it takes a lot of effort, planning, and grunt work to be exceptional at anything. And it does. Now that I've retired from my job, where I love my job, retired myself, and people think, oh, now you're getting a check. No, I don't. I left before, the job actually retired me. I retired myself. Because of paparazzi, I'm able to do that. But sometimes I sit right here at this desk all day, looking things up, researching, checking people's pages, supporting team members who need help. It is still it's a job, but it's something I love to do. I don't feel like I was like, oh my God, I've been here all day. But it's great. It doesn't feel like something I don't want to do. I'm not mentally drained. I'm energized. I'm energized because I know you come on here and I know that the information, hopefully it helps someone else. So when they leave this, they're energized to go do something else for themselves and their business. Even if you want to be greater, like a greater mother or a greater best friend, you still have to work at it. And I love that. I don't care what it is. If you want to be great at it, you got to work at it. Be a great mom, be a great sister. You have to work at it. You got to call people and talk to them. People are tired of being text messages all day. I literally want to hear your voice. I'm getting to the point where like, wow, we're getting old. I had a friend call me and she said, and I haven't heard from her in almost a year. And she said, hey. And I was like, hey. Because, sometimes when you don't hear from people and you haven't heard from them in a long time, it normally means something bad has happened. And she said, we had a friend that my classmate died. And she said, thank you, Sawai. She said, one of my classmates just died. And I started thinking about all the people who I love and I haven't talked to. And I didn't want to send you a text message. I wanted to hear your voice. And I was like, wow. I don't want to wait for somebody to die before we start doing what we want to do, start talking to people. You know what I mean? But it's normally when death happens, you start to reevaluate your life. Well, let's reevaluate it now. Paparazzi New Year starts next month. In a couple days. Let's reevaluate. Let's call each other. Let's have a conversation if we need to. Let's help make each other better. Think about a river and all those little rivers and lakes that go into it. We all got our own flow, feed into one team, and that team goes into different, and then it leads into our ocean. Okay? So just think about that as us. Like we're all our own individual lakes that lead to a river, huge river. Like Lake Michigan is a lake. Like it's huge. So it's a lot. But you got to work at it. You can't work at it sometime. And I'm going to be 100% honest. Most people who are not successful as paparazzi, and I can say that because it was me, are not consistent. Not consistent. Did you hear me? I meant that. You're not consistent. So you got to get consistent. And it's not being what Kimberly does. It's not doing what Christy Dean does. It's be consistent for you. Be like, if I'm going to go live one time a week, I'm going to do it every week, the same day, the same time, post a schedule, and I'm going to do it. Say that to yourself. If you can only do a week and be consistent at it. And then people will know you showed up. She going to show up on Mondays. And then you get a little better, and then I can add another day. And then you add another day. Don't go look at the next person like, oh, she going live every day, and she doing a pop-up. You don't know her circumstances. I don't have any babies in my house anymore. My grandbaby here, but I'm not raising small children. When my children were in sports and they were all in school, I couldn't do that. I carried my bling bag around. I sold jewelry right there, like kind of at work. And that's how I didn't do lives when I first started. There were no lives, but you got to think about whatever you're going to do, be consistent at it. If you're going to have a VIP group, be consistent in your VIP group. Even if nobody show up. Keep being consistent in your VIP group and then research and look, what else can I do to build engagement? Right now, my VIP group is popping, but I had to show up more often, not only just to drop pictures. And that's all I was doing at one time. Now I do engagement posts. We did one, it said, name a singer who started out with a dance group. Started out with a group. I couldn't believe all the responses I got. I'm like, oh, so they do see this stuff. They just don't be commenting on. But I was like, now I'm gonna start offering raffles. I've been reading how to create better engagement in your VIP groups on Facebook. You can look on YouTube. Look it up. You can find it. But whatever you do, be consistent. My Thursday night is the only night I show all the new. All through the week, I put different stuff together, sets. On Thursday, that's when the new jewelry come out. And I just kind of themed it with the New Edition song. So I was like, I'm going to stick with that. I like that. The VIP get to see it Tuesday and Wednesday, and then everybody else gets to see it on Thursday. Have a system. Let your people know who shop with you what your system is. It works because they know they can count on you. When people don't know that they can count on you, they don't show up for you. They don't. Because guess what? There are plenty other paparazzi consultants they can go to. People buy into you. And if I show up to Target and Target is closed one day, open the next day, don't have a lot of inventory in the day after that, I'm not going to Target. And I love Target. Target and Hobby Lobby. Those are my two places. I love those two places. Nicole, where am I? It is 8 o'clock. So on that note, I'm going to call this night to an end. I know you guys I can go a little longer, but I promise you I'm going to be consistent and honor your time.